Disclaimer, I'm not very good at this stuff, but you're looking at this channel because you want to learn to become a super shredder. Now, I'm not very good at this stuff, but I do believe in mind over matter, and I can teach you the theory that I've come by the hard way, by literally thousands of hours of learning musical theory on YouTube. And thanks to all of you that give us that information for free on YouTube. The last 10 years I've become obsessed with the instrument after a 34-year hiatus. But let's get on with it. If you don't know the fretboard, if you've got any doubt about it, this theory is going to definitely get you beginners going, because I know that you want to be shredders, love to play, and those intermediates amongst you that love to play above this 12th fret. And some of you can go like that, really cool, but you might not know what you're doing. I'm going to show you the idiot's or the fool's guide on how to get around all the theory and how you're going to ace, absolutely conquer this fretboard. If you don't know what I did, as I say, I'm not that good at the execution, but I know what I'm doing. So pay close attention, have some pen and paper handy if you don't know the stuff. If you don't know what 3 chords I played, yes, those were 3 chords that I played then. Based on the works of the late Alan Holdsworth, and a lot of these concepts are the way I believe he saw these concepts on the fretboard. And I'm going to show you how the late Eddie Van Halen must have used this theory. And pay close attention, because I'm going to show you what I call the idiot's or fool's guide to really conquering triads and extraordinary stretchy licks played on one string and as arpeggios across the strings. And now I need to emphasize to you, I'm not that good at actually executing them, because I might not have the time. I'm 65 years old, but you've got the time, and you could become the world's best shredder, because mind over matter. I'm going to show you the magic, and I'll show you how easy it is. And I promise you, a few weeks ago, I didn't think I'd ever get to know some of these concepts. And I taught myself my way of how to determine a triad on one string. If you don't know the concepts of intervals, playing a chord on one string, triads, string skipping, etc., etc., I've got hundreds of lessons on my channel, so please go. But this is not a marketing video. This is to show you some serious information. This could change your life forever on a guitar, and it could change your life forever. Do you know what 3 chords I played? Well, if you don't, pay close attention. I played A minor, A, a C, and an E. 12, 15, 19 are the frets. A, C, E, that is the triad of A minor. I then played C major, but I played C major starting at the E note. C, E, G is the triad of C major. C, E, G. I'm referring to the intervals of the major scale. If you don't know that, I'll quickly go through it for those who don't. C, D, E, F, G is a C major scale. Assign numbers to those notes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. C, E, G. C, E, G. 1, 3, 5. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to 1. Okay, in 1 octave. Okay, so you know what I mean by 1, 3, 5. Okay, right. I'm starting at the E, which is the second note in the triad notes, C, E, G. Therefore, it's the second inversion of C major. E, G, C. There at the 22nd fret. Fret 14, 17, and 20. When you're playing a major chord on one string, just stop for a moment. Count the spaces between the notes. Let's look at C major. E, G. You got C, 1, 2, 3 spaces, depress, 1, 2 spaces, G. That's the fool's or idiot's way to determine a C major chord. A major chord, skip 3 frets, depress, skip 2 frets, depress. A minor chord, C, E flat, skip 2 frets, skip 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, depress, C flat, E, G, C minor, okay? In its second inversion of a major chord, you got E, G, C. Count the spaces quickly to prove my theory. 2 spaces depress. It's a minor third interval, but now you're saying to me, well, isn't that a minor chord? Well, it could be because it's an E and a G. It could be E minor, but it's got a C, not a B, because E minor is E, B, G, B. Now, stick to the C. C major, second inversion, skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 skipped, depressed. Write that down. Skip 2, skip 4, you've got a major chord in its second inversion. So I went A minor, C major, second inversion, and then I went D major. Proof, 3, skip 2. And that was that lick. Now your objective is to play it as fast as you can, smoothly, using legato techniques. I'm not even going to try, because if you listen to Alan Holsworth, you'll hear those licks. Maybe I should stop trying. Then another part of the lick, a G major triad, I want to outline to you. I'm starting at the B note here. Now, G major triad is G, B, D, 1, 3, 5. I'm starting on the B, I'm playing the D, and then I'm playing the G. So I'm starting on the B, so I'm playing the second inversion of B major, but I'm throwing in an F sharp. Now the F sharp is the note before G, which is known as a raised 7th or a major 7th. Won't worry about that for now. Now I'm playing across 2 strings. That's a G major. That's a G major triad, played on 2 strings. And then by going like that from the root to the note below it, known as a raised 7th if it's the lower octave, and if it's the same octave, it's known as the major 7th. Okay, so that's a G major 7. That's a series of licks based out of a song. I think it's off the Heavy Machinery album, but I can't execute it. As I said, I want to show you the theory behind it. Now, if you speed up your YouTube, it won't sound like anything because I'm not playing it very smoothly. But hopefully you should be able to hear where it's going. Now, I've taught you triads, I've shown you where those notes are, what frets, and I showed you the fool's or idiot's way to determine what you're doing. Now, you can often work out your own, because you guys can go like that, but you can go after the fact and work out and tell your bass guitarist what intervals you've just played and what triad chord notes you played, and therefore what chord, or if it's a 7th, you add the flat or dominant 7th, or you add the major 7th like I did in the G major 7th there. Instead of playing the chord G major 7th like as a strum chord, I'm playing it. Okay, that's that all fits together. Now let me just show you something. One of my favorites is a string skip where I'm playing E, B, there at the 16th fret on the G string, a G and an E, E, B and a G and an E. So E, G, B, you recognize as E minor. So there, did you think of playing E minor like that? Just giving you ideas, okay? The next idea I want to give you, you all know the cowboy chord at the 14th fret there, but you play it down here at the 2nd fret, the D major chord triad. That's the D major. So therefore I'm playing at the 12th fret, I'm playing C major. Now look at this. That's called an arpeggio. It's the chord, because I'll flesh it out for you. C, the major third, the perfect fifth. C, E, G. C, E, G. 1, 3, 5. C major. But I'm playing it as an arpeggio, playing each note individually, but I'm sweep picking it. That's sweep picking. That's in the D format, the D shape as you know it. If I play in the A format, I'll play a C major chord here, root 5, because I'm coming off the C major on the A string. It's known as a root 5 chord in jazz. Look at this, C, E, G, C, E, G, and another C. In other words, I know Frank Gambale is probably the world's best sweep picker at the moment. I saw a video about a year ago where he says he finds that the most complex sweep. I don't know, I think you can do it. It's a root 5, it's coming off the E on the A string on the 7th fret, A flat, and a B, E, A flat, B, E major. Major 7th, E major 7th. Have fun. C major again. And then I'm going to do you out. Well, if that was C, I'm doing you a E, a C, and an A minor, C major, and an A minor. Just techniques that you got to work to get it nice and smoothly. I'll try again. Well, when you put your gain and distortion on and you rake it like that and you put some compression and a lot of gain, it will smoothen it out. Because a lot of gain compresses and you get compressor pedals. And now with this modeling equipment you use, you will get the right tone and you'll get a nice... You know what I mean. I'm not trying to give you perfect execution. Remember I told you I'm trying to teach you the mechanics of these things. So we've been through the B minor. You can go figure what that is. And you can go build sequences armed with these ideas, knowing what you're doing. I want to show you how the late Eddie Van Halen Eruption solo. You can go figure out the intervals now. So we're coming off a 2nd fret B string, C sharp, an E. Well, you know that C and E, E flat is a minor 3rd interval. It makes it, and a G makes it C minor, but he's playing out a C sharp. That's the note he plays Eruption in because that's what he plays it in. C sharp, E, and a G sharp. That's, you got a root, a minor 3rd, count, proof, idiot's way, full. I'm not patronizing you, but just remember, count 2, depress, minor 3rd interval, count 3, depress. You're dealing with C sharp minor. Now I've raised the 5th, which makes it augmented 5th. C sharp minor augmented 5th. Mouthful, eh? Go impress your friends, go impress your wife, go impress your girlfriend or boyfriend, and most importantly, impress your bass guitarist. Your drummer will just say, what are you guys talking about? I love drummers, no offense. You you now know what you're doing. You're playing a chord on one string and you know what intervals, and you're even talking about augmented. You can go work the rest of it out. It's that simple, man. You can make your own compositions. You know what you're doing. This is so important, more than, because the rest is just time. Once you know what you're doing, remember, anything's possible. The magic will happen. Your brain loves information. Now, I'm giving you proper information here. I'm not boasting and shredding away for you, and you walk away and you get all the tabs. And I know from experience, you still walk away not knowing what you're doing. Now, I've got hundreds and hundreds of jams up on my channel that you can see me having fun and just improvising and playing well-known rock and blues songs, most likely, and many of my own compositions. But many times I didn't know what I'm doing, or I'm just playing by ear the way I was trained for many years. I want you to know what you're doing, because when you're shredding, a lot of people say, oh, it's just noise. But I'm trying to educate you, to tell you it's worth taking the effort to know what you're doing. Now, I'm not that good with my hands, for those who know me. I'm not like a technical person. I'm not totally round-handed. This is probably the best thing I do with my hands. But after thousands and thousands of hours, I mean, in the last 10 years, I've played 12 or 14,000 hours, but not vertically. I was just thrashing away for quite a few years, and then I made it my business. Thanks to all of you that give so freely of your time on YouTube. I've learned a lot. I've spent several thousand hours on YouTube learning these concepts, but a lot of these are my own ideas, because this is the way I interpreted it. You know, the Fool's Idiot's Guide to Figuring Out Which Chords you play. And if I take this, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this the C major chord, in its second inversion, I'm starting with E, then to the G, and then to the C. It's C major in the second inversion, but if you look at the spaces, there's two, so it makes you think it could be E minor, but I'm playing C, not B, so it's not E minor. So it's interesting observation that C major has got the minor third interval, and then it's got 4 frets. So you can write that down. Second inversion of a major chord has got 2 spaces, then 4 spaces. C major second inversion. Now, what you guys got to walk away from this is, you will learn this fretboard because of this. You'll learn triads, because 1, 3, 5. 1 minor, 1, 3, sharp 5 is augmented. And so you go on 1, flat 3, flat 5 is diminished. 1, 3, 5, flat 7 is dominant 7. 1, 3, 5, sharp 7, not sharp 7, just 7 is major 7th. And 1, 4, 5 you're adding the 4th to the 3rd. From 3, the F sharp, to G, the 4th of the D major scale, suspended 4th. And when you pull it up, you play the E instead of the D, you play suspended 2nd. 1 flat 2, 5 is suspended 2nd. 1, 4, 5 suspended 4th. There you go. All that theory in a nutshell. I showed you those arpeggios and the sweep picks. I've shown you arpeggios. I've shown you those. Now, your job is to walk away here. It's very difficult to play that at speed that Alan Holdsworth would play it. Now, when you listen to your late Alan Holdsworth albums now, maybe you'll appreciate, or you look at the videos, you'll actually maybe begin to realize some of the times what he's doing. Some of the times he just does things like... He knew what he was doing, but it's not often chords. It's just sounds, fingering patterns. But that's fine. But There's times where there's definite logic. Like this little... Now, as I said, you need to practice these things ad infinitum because they're not easy. I can only wish you good luck because it brought me a lot of joy. And in the process, you are improving. But no one said it's going to be easy. Even in the words of the late Alan Holsworth, it could take someone to learn to play exactly like him. By the way, he detested that. But he did say it could take as little as 20 years to approximate him. But he certainly, from all the coverage I've heard of him mentioning it, he prefers that someone finds their own voice. But you need to take all these concepts from various artists. And look, I never heard of Alan Holsworth when I was 16 or 18 years old. So I must tell you, it has grown my outlook on what is feasible on a guitar. So I urge you to go listen to his music, especially if you want to be a shredder. I believe the late Eddie Van Halen was very inspired when he met and saw Alan Holsworth perform. Who wouldn't be? You go just check some of that material out. Imagine being on a stage and going like this. That's why you have to have your guitar up high, like Alan did, you know, because a lot of guitarists sit between their legs, but I've had a hip replacement, so I don't enjoy sitting like that. It opens my pelvis up and I can't sleep tonight. But get to know these triads. Like anything, you need to go really slowly. Now, if you've been watching my channel, and there's a lot of stuff on there, so please go and have a delve in there. Some of it will be very informal. Some of them are very short, 3-minute lessons, but really important stuff. I've been into this legato exercise that I'd like to just show you again how I'm coming on day 5. So you need to watch the picking hand as well. So it's pick, hammer, pull off, pick, pull off, hammer, hammer. So according to the artist who does it really well, you've got to go really slowly. And he says several 100,000 times. But you would do it when you're sort of reading your business emails, or you hopefully not doing your school homework. But I do it while I read the newspaper online or watch television, and I just sit and... Then I put a drum beat on and see how fast I can go eventually. And that's what you got to do. Your focus on accuracy. And you know by now, you want to make your notes sound equally, equal volume and equal spacing. That's why you have a metronome when you're really practicing seriously. Now, another one I want to show you on the hammers and pull-offs is, according to the legendary Fusion guitarist, one of the best in the world currently, Tom Quayle. He recommends this as the exercise that gave him the most progression in his legato styles. Not the rolling style that Joe Satriani uses, but doesn't play like this live, but this is just for, you know, when you turn your Marshall stack volume up, it's going to make a lot of noise. So you want to, obviously I can't palm it because that's why I'm holding it up here. You want to get those notes nice and slowly to get your hands strengthened. It should pull in your forearm here if you're not used to it. And endure it. And when it gets too stiff, walk away because you don't want tension. And then go fast as you can. I'm not that fast now because I've been sitting here for about an hour and a half doing all sorts of things, so my hand's getting tired. But I wanted to throw that one in for you. And there's another one. It's very similar. So this one is pick, hammer, that hammer-ons, pull-offs and slides. That's legato. I'll show you that one in a few days' time when I got some more perfection. See, there is no fast magic. You got to sit down and practice these things like anything. If I gave you a book of 300 pages, the average person wouldn't be able to pass an exam if I challenged you on what you had read, even though you enjoyed the book. That's proven. That's why you study. That's why you go to school for up to 12 years. And then you go to university or college, because your mind needs repetitive repeating of the information. And here you've got not only a mental challenge, but a physical challenge. But I promise you, if you get into these stretchy arpeggios, you're gonna... But I will kid you not, they are very challenging. But you go slowly. There's my D major. I wanted to ask you if you know what that. You know what this one is? Frets 2, 17 and 20. Okay, you can go count the frets and you will tell me, but I'm going to tell you now. Well, let's do that. Skip 2, skip 4. Second inversion of D major. There you go. So the theory proved itself. And I've never heard anyone else teach triad theory like this, not on one string. But it works. Maybe I'll see my name in lights one day, maybe I won't. But what's important to me, maybe I'll see your video when you the next super shredder and you said that Mike the Brain inspired you to become the next super shredder. Because the guy didn't know what he was doing, but he made a lot of sense. Then you got the gist of this video. Thank you very much for viewing. Thank you all for your subscriptions. I'm hoping to hit 600 subscribers this month. I need another 6. So remember, I only started less than 14 months ago. I only had 6 subscribers after 6 years. Then I ignited the channel and it's grown by 588 new subscribers, and I need hours. You know what I mean? Then I can go on pension. And I've got even more time to teach you guys. Thanks if you're working for YouTube, for all your encouragement and giving me the opportunity to be able to present to my audience, my global audience, all over the world. I really appreciate it. And I know a lot of you aren't English speakers as your first language. I know I've got clients, viewers in all over the world, to be honest. Spanish speaking, French, German, Russian, Finnish, Norwegian. It's just magnificent. And I thank the makers of YouTube for giving me the opportunity to present to you guys. Honestly, I think you'll have some fun if you look at my channel. There's a lot of interesting stuff there. Sometimes I astound myself when I go back 6, 7, 8 months. I astound myself because there's so much information that I learned, and then I normally present shortly afterwards, or when I have a breakthrough, I share it with you with great passion. And you can learn a lot, and you can learn from me struggling. I hope that one doesn't haunt you tonight. You like that one, eh? scale. Notes of the diminished scale. The one that I know you enjoy, which I've presented on my channel, is this root 4, 6, 4 and 2 strings, and then root 5 from in fret 5 is A, G and E string off the 5th fret. I'll do it again. Have a good day. Thanks for viewing and subscribing. Thank you.